Alright, what's going on YouTube? I got a brand new video. This one's about Hedera Hashgraph. We're going to be talking about price action, FUD, new news right here. Very bullish on this actually. Kind of something that rubbed me off the wrong way, the total supply of HBAR. And pretty much how they're addressing it. When I read this the other day, it just kind of made me, I don't know, it didn't feel right to me. So we're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to start off with this though. So Incash, another member in the community. I didn't really watch his videos. I just kind of follow him because he's in the community. Voice crack. So he says, I see so many people selling HBAR currently before DeFi staking and April projects go live. Very true. I don't know why you're selling HBAR before all of that hasn't really came out yet. But that isn't why you should be buying HBAR. You should be buying it because it's literally going to be the powerhouse of the crypto space in the future. Like, what they're building is literally a powerhouse. Like, they are trying to be this like power figure like Amazon, but for crypto, like they're trying to run the world type deal. So right here he says, so much circulating FUD, uncertainty, frustration. This all reminds me of nearly every crypto asset right before it breaks out. I disagree. If you look at Phantom, they had a lot of FUD and bad stuff about them, and they ended up tanking hard. So I wouldn't really look at that. I don't know why he said that. I don't agree with that. And then we got this dude saying, I think people are realizing it's supposed to be in the stock market. And I was like, you're buying it as a software, not really a currency. I think a lot of people misconcept that. If that were to be the case, according to crypto guys' logic, everything except Bitcoin would be in the stock market. Okay, so moving on. We're going to go to this news I found right here from MTech. If you guys know what MTech are, they're pretty much with the African banks and the CBDCs going on over there. Now, what they have said is MTech plans to be working with at least 10 central banks. It also plans to introduce its first version of CBDC platform for regulators, tapping the growing digital currency wave. All right. So right here is what you should be reading. We've taken a really strong partnership with a digital ledger technology company called Hedera Hashgraph, with whom we have partnered to build a highly performant, enterprise, and energy efficient CBDC platform, said Cadet. That's very bullish. The fact that they're choosing Hedera and no one else, and MTech's going to be working with 10 central banks with Hedera Hashgraph, that's just not small news that I think should be kicked under the rug. I'm surprised no one else is talking about that, really. So right here, something that rubbed me off the wrong way. This was kind of like the main focus I wanted to get to. So again, before I mention this, I'm still very bullish on HBAR. Don't get me wrong. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. So Hedera has a fixed supply of 50 billion coins. Okay, we all know this. Now, I think the main issue with Hedera, the only negative thing I think, is that all the circulating supply isn't in. All right. They only have 20 billion out of 50 billion. So they're planning on introducing that within the years to come, which is, again, they're building a super, they're building a super project, right? Their vision isn't, in a year or two. Their vision is like 100 years down the line, right? Like they have a huge plan for this. They're very smart, the people over there. Lehman, he's literally a computer genius, like on some Elon Musk type deal. But right here, this is what I wanted to get to. Number one, the number of HBAR minted, 50 billion, has been coded into the network software. Okay, so it's like, okay, great. Actually, before I mention this, this is what rubbed me off the wrong way. Multiple mechanisms are in place to prevent more HBAR from ever being minted. But it never mentions what mechanisms. I feel like I, as the investor, should be able to know what mechanisms are in place to prevent more HBAR from being minted, which would literally be the downfall. Like, why we like crypto is because you can't go print more whenever you want. That's why I think the US dollar is going to eventually fail, because it's backed by nothing. HBAR is backed by nothing so far. So this kind of rubbed me off the wrong way. And then right here says the number of HBAR minted, it's coded into the network software at 50 billion. So you can't go farther than that because their code makes it to where it can't. And then right here it says, in order to change the code to mint more HBAR, members of the Hedera Governing Council must unanimously vote. So it literally says, okay, we have it coded in our software that you can't go past 50 billion. But if the people in the governing council want to have more minted, which is like pretty much more coins printed into circulation, they could just vote on it. And it's like, well, what's the point of having a max supply if you could just vote on having more, you know? So that freaked me out, honestly. I didn't know that, and I guess this was 9 months ago. I didn't know that. I thought I was the Hedera expert. I guess I didn't know that. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I'm just here to tell you. I'm the messenger. Again, I'm still bullish. I haven't sold any HBAR. Am I planning on buying more HBAR? As it is right now, no. I have such a big HBAR bag to where I'm chilling, and I'm going to start stacking more quant, stacking more Morpheus network I was showing you guys about. That one's a great one. But yeah, mainly I'm going to be focusing on quant. I feel like quant is going to be probably the best investment in our lifetime, second to HBAR. But, you know, I'm still very bullish on HBAR, guys. I think Hedera Hashgraph is a great project. But right here it says council members may face reputational harm if a decision is unanimously made to mint more HBAR. So it's like, oh, say Google is like, hey, we want to make more HBAR. Oh, well, Google, you now have a bad reputation. That's it. They get a bad rep, but they still get more HBAR. These don't look like multiple mechanisms to prevent more HBAR from being minted, right? So that kind of freaked me out. Not going to lie, freaked me out. Okay, guys, freaked me out. So we're going to leave it at that, though. I'm still very bullish on HBAR. This is about the only negative thing I've ever found for HBAR. Everything else is just like, you know. So I'm not going to let this rub me off the wrong way and then, you know, sell everything. Like, guys, if you watch my videos in the past when I break down HBAR and why I love it, I'm still very bullish, right? Love HBAR. It's not going anywhere. I think HBAR is going to be a top 5 crypto. Okay, I just want to get this out of the way before people attack me. You know, it's good to question things. You should always be questioning things, okay? And this is weird. The whole circulating supply thing is weird. This whole thing is weird. The governing council members, how they could vote on if they want more HBAR. And, you know, some governing council members, they can't even have their seat for more than, I think, 3 or 4 years. And then they got to get new people in. So it's kind of like, you know, they could just siphon and print more HBAR and then siphon in a different company and then they vote on printing more HBAR. So it kind of, you know, it kind of seems like there's some holes to where some fraudulent, shady stuff could happen through the network once it becomes a powerhouse for the world. You know, something like, I don't know, like Bitcoin, you just can't vote and then be like, hey, let's get more Bitcoins, right? So HBAR definitely seems like it's going to be picked up by the government because the government, I think, could abuse this. But again, I'm not here to be the Robin Hood of finance. I'm just here to make some money and live happily ever after and ride off into the sunset, okay? And that's what I want for you guys too, all right? So don't think too hard on this. I think HBAR is going to make you a lot of money one day. Again, not financial advice, just my strong financial opinion. But I do believe HBAR is a retirement token. Same with Quant. So that's pretty much all I got for you today. That's all I wanted to mention. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps me, see I'm doing well. If you guys, want to give me some criticism, let me know what I should do. I saw someone the other day mention, that my lighting sucks, which, guys, I am aware of, but I moved back into a different house. And the lighting, if I were to turn on my lights, it just like messes up my whole facial recognition with my camera. So I am ordering new lights, so I'm gonna try to have like a high professional YouTube setup eventually here in like the coming months, so it won't always be like this. But I don't want this to some lighting to stop me from making videos to you guys about information like this. Okay, so again, that's all I got for you today. I love y'all. Thank you.